Welcome to This Week in Crowder College, an in-depth look into how Crowder College students, faculty, and staff are working together so students soar to new heights, communities are impacted, and lives are changed. This Week in Crowder College is sponsored by the law offices of Wood and Peterson in Neosho, specializing in workers' compensation, personal injury, Social Security disability, and more. Learn more online at neoshoattorney.com. Now here's this week's edition of This Week in Crowder College.
Hey there, Four States. This is Luke Taylor. Welcome to today's edition of This Week in Crowder College. And today we have with us Heather Van Loo. She is the interim director of nursing there for Crowder, and she's going to be telling us about the applications that have opened up here recently here at the school for students who might be wanting to get into the nursing practitioner. And so, hey, Heather, thank you so much for being with us here on KNEO.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate the time to be able to promote our program and our nursing applications that recently opened.
Yeah, and Crowder has a great nursing program. I hear great things about it all the time. And so, yeah, tell people, what do they need to know if they would like to get into this field?
So one of the things I can just brag about nursing, I've been a nurse for almost 30 years, and the great thing is being able to serve our community and take care of our families and provide this great care for all of the people in our community. And so one of the other pros as being a nurse is that you can go anywhere and pretty much get a job. There's different roles of a nurse. So I love to promote nursing. It's been, my career for 30 years, and it's wonderful. So our applications just open. We have 3 program options here at Crowder College. One is a traditional nursing application. That is for a student who does not have any licensures or certifications in healthcare. So meaning if you're not an LPN or you're not already a paramedic. Then we also have what we call an LPN, a licensed practical nurse, to RN bridge. And we also have a paramedic to RN bridge application, and they are all currently open. The paramedic to RN bridge closes on June 1st, and then our traditional and our LPN applications, they will close on August 1st. This is for our Neosho campus and our Cassville campus currently.
Okay. So if someone is thinking about getting into nursing, I mean, this is not something they could just, apply for any time of year. Like, this is the time of year they actually need to be taking that seriously.
Correct. They are required to have a 2.75 GPA. They also are required to have a 19 ACT or higher, or we also accept what's called the TEAS, TEAS exam, and they have to have a level of proficiency. So that's something that we try to push with our students to make sure that when they're doing these tests, that they're getting good scores with them and not just blowing them off saying, I can just take this test. So there are some admission criteria that they have to meet in order to be able to apply.
Okay.
It is a very competitive application process, and it's a selection. You just don't get to come to the nursing program. You do have to be selected, and currently we usually get about 75 to 100 applications, and we can only take like 65 students. So, it's very important to have good GPA and a good ACT or TEAS score.
Okay. So this is the time of year people need to be applying because those deadlines are coming up. And so, but the nursing field there's so much opportunity, and it's a very popular field that a lot of people like to go into. And so I know some people might think, if I want to get into nursing to medical stuff, I might have to move far away or something like that. But Crowder actually offers that, and you have it at your Neosho campus and your Cassville campus. Is that right?
Correct. And then we also offer the nursing programs at our Nevada campus and our McDonald County campus. Their application cycle is just off a semester from us. So their applications do not open until November 1st. And so if someone was interested in going to either one of those campuses, that would be when those applications will open up for them.
Okay. So, it's a great opportunity just for people right here in this area. On the radio here, I'd say anyone in our broadcast zone like that, that's a great opportunity for them if they want to get into nursing. So you have the traditional, and then there's the LPN to RN and the paramedic to RN. If people want to get into any of those tracks. And tell us again, if people want to find out more information, where they need to go.
They can go to crowder.edu, and if they just scroll to the bottom of the homepage, they'll see a tile that says nursing. They just click on that, and it'll take them to our landing page and give them all the information they need. if they would like to schedule a meeting, we have a nursing support specialist that tries to meet with all of our pre-nursing students, and her name is Tammy Holmes, and her phone number is 417-455-5552, and she's available with meet with any students, maybe to look at their any gen ed that they have already, so they can see, a plan of study will work for them.
Okay. Well, hey, Heather Van Loo, thanks so much for joining with us here on KNEO and letting everybody know about this.
Well, thank you for having us.
And again, Heather Van Loo, she's the Interim Director of Nursing out there at Crowder College. This has been Luke Taylor, and we'll go back to regular programming.
Thank you for listening to This Week in Crowder College. This Week in Crowder College is sponsored by the law offices of Wood and Peterson in Neosho. You can listen to this broadcast again by going online to kneo.org or to crowder.edu. Tune in once again next week for another edition of This Week in Crowder College on KNEO 91.7 FM.